Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with a really quick video on solving quadratics by graphing. So we solved it by we solved the quadratics by using the square roots. Now we're going to solve by graphing, and by this I mean we're going to be using the calculator. And if we're not in the classroom, we're going to use Desmos. Desmos is a website where you can do the same thing, and each one has its pitfalls, but some of them are easy, and some of them are not. We'll see which you like better, and then you get to choose what you use in class. Ladies and gentlemen, if x squared equals 3x minus 7 equals 0, we want to find where the graph crosses the x-axis. The answer, or answers, because there might be more than one answer, is called the roots, the solutions, the zeros, or the x-intercepts. Now, we call them different things for different situations, but I'll use them interchangeably. I'll ask you to find the zeros, which means just find the roots. When I say to find the solutions, that's the same thing as finding the x-intercepts. These four words mean the exact same thing. Well, here we go. So here's our equation. We have this equation, x squared plus 3x minus 7 equals 0. What I want to do is turn on the calculator. So turn on the calculator, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and press menu. We're going to add a graph. And in this graph, we're going to put x squared plus 3. Yeah, plus 3 minus 7. Great. So plus 3 x minus 7. Okay? And we hit graph or enter. When we hit enter, we see that there are two x-intercepts, one right here and one right here. Okay? Now this calculator will find these x-intercepts for us. There's several ways to do it. I'm going to show you one way. Maybe you know a different. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. What you want to do is press menu, go to analyze graph, and look at that. It's wanting us to find the 0. So once again, you press menu, analyze graph, hit 0. When you do this, you're going to get this dotted line that's going to follow your cursor around. Well, let's do this. Put this dotted line to the left of this solution. So I'm going to put it right there. Now you can put it anywhere to the left. And then it's going to let you move it to the right. As we cross over, it finds the 0 for you. So you can stop anywhere you want to after you see the 0. And you hit enter. This is the first solution. Negative 4.54 is the first solution. Now we look for this one. Again, menu, go to analyze graph, go to 0. Take this dotted line, go anywhere over here on the left. You can go anywhere here on the left. Then when you cross over the 0, you see the 0. And these are the two answers you're going to write. You're going to write negative 4.54 and 1.54. So we'll write x equals negative 4.54 and x equals 1.54. And that's our answer. These are the solutions, the roots, the zeros, the x-intercepts. Pretty easy, huh? Okay, let's try this again with our next example. Go ahead and write this next example down, ladies and gentlemen. X squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Okay, and we're going to use the calculator. Oops, sorry about that. We're going to use the calculator to do this. So to do this, double click on your or just click on your problem there, and then we'll do x squared. I believe it was minus 5x plus 6. I put some spaces in there. I should have put those. And bam, there we go. Let me just make sure that that's what it was. Yeah, it was that. All right. So we could actually probably, it's actually telling us right now one of the solutions. We just need to find that solution right there too. So let's go ahead and do this. Menu, analyze graph, 0. Go to the right, and go to the left, and it finds that 0 for you. Let's find this other 0. Ready? You can probably guess what it is. Analyze graph, 0, and then you go to the left of that 0, bam. If you want to separate them, you can. This one is I don't know why it I got rid of that one. Alright, so there are two solutions. X equals 2 and x equals 3. So let's go back here and we'll write down x equals 2 and x equals 3. And that's how you'd write your answer. There's no work to show because, hey, well, we're doing everything in the calculator. Well, what if you're not at school and you put this in the calculator? Well, we'll go to Desmos. That's DEMOS.com. And then right here, select Graphing Calculator. When you select Graphing Calculator, ladies and gentlemen, it will pull you up to this thing right here. So once again, it's -5, -11, +7. All right? So you'd put -5 x squared. To get the squared, you click on this little keyboard here, and it'll let you squared. Minus 7x plus 11. I believe that's it, right? Oh, minus 11 plus 7. Minus 7 plus 11. Plus 11. There we are. Okay. Now, the cool thing about this, Desmos, if you just go over here to this dot, it actually gives you solution. So you get negative 2.716, negative 2.716, and this one gives you 0.516. So negative 2.716 and 5.16. So go here and you go x equals negative 2.716 and 0.516. Oops. X equals 0.516. And there you go. That's how you solve it using Desmos. Desmos seems like it's the easiest to use, but again, you have calculators in the classroom, use calculators. You don't have to use your phone or a computer. All right, let's do another example. Go ahead and pause the video and do these two examples, and we'll run through them using Desmos and the calculator. Okay, after you've paused the video, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to notice, you said, yeah, I couldn't do it because this doesn't equal 0, it equals 9. I said, yeah, so what we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we have to subtract 9 from both sides. That cancels out to 0. And since this has an x and that one doesn't, we're just going to write x squared plus 4x minus 9. So basically, we just move the 9 to the other side of the equation. Now we'll put this in the calculator. But look at example 5. Example 5 has this negative 5x over here. So we're going to put positive 5x on this side, and we'll put positive 5x on this side. These will cancel out to 0. And since there are no like terms here, we're just going to write 7x squared plus 5x minus 12. And you can put those in any order. I just like to put them x squared, then x, then the number. All right, now pause the video and go ahead and find these solutions using Desmos or the calculator. All right. After you've paused, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go to Desmos first, and I'll do the first one in Desmos. So the first one in Desmos wants us to put x squared. And I like this, doing Desmos, because it transforms the equation right in front of your face. So plus 4 minus 9. So I'm going to put a plus 4 and then a minus 9, and it changes the equation as you're doing it. So now I'm going to go look, and this is going to give me negative 2.236 and positive 2.236. So we'll go here, ladies and gentlemen, and write our solutions. X equals negative 2.236 and x equals 2.236. And there's our solutions to that. Let's look at the next one, and we'll do this one on the calculator. We got 7, 5, and 12. So we'll double click here. We got 7, positive 5, and negative 12. I believe, just double checking. Yes. So here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit enter, and it gives us these one solution here at this one right here. It gives us that solution, and now we got to find this solution. Well, let's see. The way to do it, if you remember, menu, analyze graph, 0, put this dotted line to the left, put this dotted line to the right, and it gives you the solution right there. So one is at 1, and the other one is at negative 1.71. Alright? So let's go back over here, and let's say x equals negative 1.71, right? Yeah. And x equals 1. And that is our solution for that. Now, the next one is going to be kind of interesting because I've made it really super difficult. Now, you won't see any of this stuff on any test or anything like that, but I just want to show you that I think y'all are smart enough to handle this. So check this out. What we're going to do is we're going to subtract x squared here, and we're going to subtract x squared from here because they both have x squareds. Then I'm going to subtract 13x from here, and I'm going to subtract 13x from here because they both have x's. Last but not least, subtract 19 from here and subtract 19 from here because they both don't have x's. Now, these all cancel out to 0. That's what we want on this side. This will give us negative 13. This will give us negative 6x. And this will give us 2x squared because there's a 1 in the front here. Now we'll solve this, and I'm going to use the calculator. I'm sorry, I'm going to use decimals because decimal just seems to be a little bit faster. So let me go back here. Oops. 2, negative 6, negative 13. So 2 negative 6, negative 13. And we have the two solutions here. One of them is going to be at 1.458, and this one's at 4.458. So negative 1.458. So x equals negative 4.148. Oops. Negative 1.458. And x equals 1.458. I have that backwards. I'm so sorry. So let me change that to a 4 and change that to a 1. I'm sorry. I get excited and I write the wrong thing. There you go. So negative 1. Alright, thank you for watching the video. We'll be doing some practice of this in the class. This should be an easy one. Alright, thank you for watching.